Kanu Nwankwo is not doing well for the club, to be very honest. Enyimba is bigger than Papilo. You should find another position and give him, not being the chairman of the club, because he doesn't know how to run club effectively. You know, I kept saying this. You may be the best player in the world, the best player to have ever graced the football pitch, but that does not necessarily make you a good coach, nor a good football administrator. Now, these are mistakes some of club owners make, or rather some of organizations or institutions make, by appointing the so-called football legends into positions that are made, that are supposed to be given to people who are tactically sound for them. So the fact that you played football, you're well known in the football game, you're well respected, does not necessarily mean that you will make a good coach. We have seen it incessantly. It has happened over time. Just like when Diego Maradona was appointed the head coach of Argentina, we saw how the team suffered. It has been happening. Now, what is actually happening with Enyimba FC of Aba is the same case. That was the same mistake that these people have been making. They repeated that with Enyimba FC. I said it the moment our legendary Papilo, Kanu Nwankwo, aka Papilo, was appointed the club chairman of Enyimba, that this was not a great move. I knew it was not a great move. Though Kanu Nwankwo was a great footballer, but not a good administrator. You can see that everything is now a mess in the team. The team are struggling to even win games at home. Players are not happy. Unpaid salaries, unpaid stipend, unpaid match bonuses, and what have you. Now, the big news is Brian Ideye, who currently plays for Enyimba, have come out to criticize the board, saying that they are not well taken care of, that they have the worst welfare ever he has ever seen in football. Can you imagine that this guy, Brian Ideye, said that even that what they receive as match bonuses, a paltry sum of 7,000 naira, 7,000 naira, and that sometimes these match bonuses are not paid. 7,000 naira. And that will cover for their food. So that's why some of them eat buka, you know, these local mama put, footballers, professional footballers. But sometimes where they lodge them is even ridiculous. That he never knew that such a thing exists in football. But this was not the case when Felix Ayansiago, the former Enyimba chairman, was in position, or rather in post. I think he had the integrity of Enyimba so well, and people were happy. Nobody would expect that Enyimba would dwindle to this level. That is to show that the board is actually not doing well. The management, the administrative board, they have to have a rethink. Now, when Brandon Ideye said this thing, what the board could come and say is to come out and they did not even debunk it, because they know the guy was saying the truth, but they attacked him instead, saying that that he should be happy. Somebody they are paying 1 million. This was Ideye, who was collecting hundreds of millions when he was playing in Europe. But that somebody they paid 1 million. 1 million per month, so that's what they're talking about. And that they even lodge him in a 65,000 naira hotel. Anytime they're going, they're going for matches. God, that all he could pay them back was to just score 5 goals, and he have the nerves, the impetus to start complaining. You can imagine what a response. Somebody you pay 1 million. Okay, let's assume that Ideye receives 1 million from Enyimba, as they claimed. How much does the others receive? Let's assume, according to them, they also say they fly him on a private jet. Enyimba fly Ideye on a. We don't know how rickety Enyimba football club bosses are, and all the players, including Ideye, goes to match with that same boss. Sometimes they would arrive. Oh God, this is so annoying. Sometimes they would arrive at the match venue on the match day, probably because of long journey, long walk. Okay, now you're saying because you want to paint Ideye black, you're not saying that you fly him on a private jet for match venue. My question is this: is Ideye the only player in Enyimba? Okay, that means other people goes on bus. Ideye, then Ideye flies on jets. Man, this is a big lie. This is a big lie. You have to do something. I said it. Alex Oti has gotten everything right. He has gotten everything right in the Abia State, but the only mistake he has made was appointing Kanu Nwankwo as the administrative head, the chairman of Enyimba Football Club. We no longer recognize our club. This is not the Enyimba everybody fell in love with. Even we that resides here in Aba, most times, even when they do free gate, we do not go and watch the matches because we'll be disappointed. You see Enyimba playing like primary school children, even at their home soil. This was a club that won the CAF Champions League back to back. CAF Champions League back to back. Enyimba was a force to reckon with. But now, Enyimba has so dwindled. This it was exactly immediately Felix Anyansiago left the club for a new chairman in the person of Papilo. Jack Papilo, you're not doing well. As regards to this case, you're not doing well. And your best shot was not supposed, your best shot shouldn't have been attacking Ide, who was saying the truth. We all knew that he was saying the truth. I have seen incessantly how the players complain of tired legs due to long travel, even before they get to match venue. And sometimes they may only have 1 or 2 hours to rest before the match time. So how do you expect them to perform magic on paid salary? I know a lot of them. I can count names, but for video's sake, I will not mention names. I know a lot of them who are my friends, who plays the antsy bet for money. You should look into this matter. Whoever that is in charge of this should look into this matter. I don't have problem with anybody. See, today, Papilo is our legend. Papilo is well loved by every Nigerian. But what happens with our dear Enyimba? The respect, the prestige, the honor that the club once had is dwindling. If somebody will leave Europe to come and play in his mother's land, to come and play just like some Brazilians would always do after playing, they'll come home and play to retirement. Then somebody now leaves that place and you should treat that person better. You shouldn't give that person the opportunity to come and start saying these things. Worst come to worst, you now still want to paint him black, that you pay him 1 million. 1 million, what is 1 million? You pay him 1 million, you lodge him in a 65k hotel, and you fly him on a private jet for match, and he repaid with scoring 5 goals. You get luck, say he score 5 goals. If not you, if he score goal with this kind of condition, go watch Enyimba match, man, and see what they talk. This is very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Poor management. The management of Enyimba need to look into this. The state governor that appointed Papilo Kanu Nwankwo as the new chairman of Enyimba need to look into this matter, because Kanu Nwankwo is not doing well for the club, to be very honest. Enyimba is bigger than Papilo. You should find another position and give him, not being the chairman of the club, because he doesn't know how to run club effectively. That's my point.